Hey everyone, thanks for joining in. I'm Tanaima and I'm joined by my colleague Vesh, and we're from the Google AdWords team. Last week we learned about remarketing and the basics. This week we will learn about remarketing for search campaigns and video and analytics-based remarketing. Vesh, do you want to take us through remarketing for search campaigns?
Definitely, Tanaima. Hi everyone, it's great to be back. So let's start off using an example. Let's say you're a luxury car seller. Before you buy such an expensive product, most of the users would do enough research about all the available options before buying it. So let's say they enter your website but haven't converted. Now it's important to target such audiences using remarketing. So you can use display remarketing to target such audiences when they move from your site to other sites on Google Display Network. Now what if they move from your site to Google search and search about your products? That's where remarketing lists for search ads comes into place, also known as RLSA popularly. When a person visits your site, it gives you great insight about their behavior and about their intent. So using remarketing lists for search ads tag, you can try and understand what do they want, where they've visited, what are the different pages they've visited in your website, have they bought your product previously, etc. So now that you've got such information, you can target and cater the relevant ads with maybe a customized bit and keywords to such audiences.
That's right. So now let's learn how to set up a remarketing list. Let's go to our AdWords account. Like any other remarketing list, we need to generate a code and place this on our website. To set up a remarketing list, go to the bottom left to the shared library. Click on this. Audiences. Click on tag details. Here, click on setup. View AdWords remarketing tag and instructions. This is your code. Please ensure that you place this code on each page of your website. You can also email this to your web developer. I can just put in any email ID for now. And done. When you set up a remarketing list, make sure that one thing you need to keep in mind is that you need at least 1,000 users for your remarketing campaign to run. Over to you, Vesh.
Great. So now that we've got a remarketing tag in place and also a growing list size, let's ensure that we create a right AdWords campaign to target the audiences who are present in this remarketing list. Now, just to save some time, we've already created a search campaign. So let's add this list to the search campaign which we've created earlier. So let's look into the account. Now, once we've created the remarketing tag and the list, click on all online campaigns to the left side. And here we've created a campaign right now called the search campaign, a sample campaign. You will observe that this is a simple search campaign which has normal ads and keywords. Now, to ensure that we add this list to the search campaign, click on audiences. As soon as you do that, you will be taken to a page where you will see plus remarketing in red color. Just select that. Select the ad group from the choose subtab. Then you will see an option which says ad targeting. Click on that and then select interest and remarketing. Now, since we haven't created any list, you can't see any list auto-populated over here. But let's go ahead and create one sample list so that we will show you the entire process. I'm going back to shared library and I'm clicking on plus remarketing list. And I'm entering a sample one which says, let's say, non-converters. Selecting websites because I want to target website. Then I'm selecting visitors to a page and I'm clicking on save. Sorry, I forgot the rule. Click on the rule. If you watched our previous Hangout, you would know how to create this. So I'm going to put URL contain / thank you. So now let's get back to our search campaign. I'm clicking on search campaign over here, clicking on audience. Again, click on plus remarketing in red color. Click on choose, select the ad group. Click on add targeting, select interest in remarketing. Now once I've selected interest in remarketing, you will see that the list which I've just created, which is non-converters, auto-populates over here. Make sure you're selecting it by clicking on the small button. Once that is done, you will be interested that there will be two options called target and bid only. Now what's the difference between those two? Now let's say you have keywords as well as your list. If you want to show your ads to people who are searching both with the keywords as well as people who are on the list, you need to select bid only. Let's say you want to show the ads only to the people who are on the list and who search for the keywords, which is a combination of both. Then select target and bid. For now, I'm going to select bid only. Then scroll down and click on this button, save. And there we go. We've made a simple search network campaign to a remarketing list with search ads just by adding a targeting group.
Perfect. Now there are two strategies you want to keep in mind while creating an RLSA campaign. One is having generic keywords. Now when you create a normal search campaign, you may not want to use generic keywords, as this may lead to irrelevant clicks and not using your budget efficiently. However, when you're creating RLSA campaigns, it makes complete sense to use generic keywords, as you're actually advertising to people who already come to your website. Two, you can show different ads to people who are on your remarketing list. How this can work is, if I've come to your website and not really made a purchase, you can advertise an ad for me, a discount for me, which will entice me to go back to your website and make a purchase. So really, you can use whatever strategy that works best for you.
True. Great, guys. So we hope you've got a quick and a brief understanding about remarketing lists with search ads. Now let's try a non-conventional way of targeting called video remarketing. Now, if you guys watch videos on YouTube, we are all sure that you might have come across video ads. Now, it's very important that you target and cater to the right audience and engage them in the right way too. Example, if you see a boring toothpaste commercial, there's a high likelihood that you're going to skip it. But let's say you're watching a funny and an engaging commercial, there's a high probability that you would actually watch the commercial instead of the original video. Like example, the other day, I was just searching for a trailer and I ended up seeing a funny commercial about a shop, and I ended up going to their brand page. So now that's an interesting way of targeting audiences, and that's a very powerful method too. Now imagine you're catering right and tailored ad to millions of users on YouTube and other video partner sites. Now that's one interesting way of targeting them based on their interaction with you. You can cater to audiences like if they've visited your site, if they visited your brand page, if they've clicked on your ad, if they've clicked on your video, if they've liked your page, subscribed to your page, or even unsubscribed from your page. So now let's go ahead and create a list targeting the video remarketing. Now for that, the first step, as you can see in the AdWords account, you need to go to all video campaigns on the left side. Just keep in mind that this page might take a little longer to load. Once you do that, click on video remarketing lists on the left side. Just a moment, this is taking us time to load. And there you go. I'm going to scroll to the top and click on Share Library. Now, once I click on Shared Library, you would see an option called Video Remarketing Lists. Just a quick heads up, guys. Before you do that, make sure your YouTube channel and the AdWords account are linked. Once I'm on the Video Remarketing list, it's fairly simple. Click on plus Remarketing List, the red button. Let's say I give it a name. Just a moment. Seems to be taking time to load. Sorry. As you can see, I haven't linked the YouTube channel to the AdWords account. So you need to keep in mind that the YouTube channel and the AdWords account are linked. So let me go back to another account, which is the YouTube channel and the AdWords account synced. Just a moment. Just a moment. All right. So once you link your video channel with your AdWords account, you will be having an option to select the type of the list. Now the different available options are, example, the people who viewed your ad, which is the video, the people who subscribed to your channel, the people who have unsubscribed to your channel, also people who have commented on your videos, etc. So you can select from this drop down the list of options. And then name and the membership duration. Now, let's say I click on this. I can link the YouTube channel with it. For now, I don't have any channel, but you can always link them. Once you've created that, now you need to add this list to your YouTube campaign.
So once you have a list which has about 100 users, you can now link this to your video campaign. Let's see how we can do that. Click on all video campaigns here and select the campaign that you want to link this to. Now, click on Targets. Here, click on Plus Targeting Group. You can name this anything that you would like. Set a bid. And then select Remarketing. Now, since Vesh had created a list, you see the list that she's created called non-converters. I can simply add the list that I want to add to my video campaign, and done. I can now make sure you save the targeting group. And that's it. Your remarketing list is now synced up with your video campaigns. Now our last topic for today is useful for people who are using Google Analytics. Now, if you're not using Google Analytics, it's a really free, it's a really cool feature which allows you to use great insights, have great insights for your traffic, covering traffic on your website. Let's see how we can link AdWords and analytics. The cool thing about using analytics is that you don't need to place a remarketing code. What you can do is use the existing analytics code. So click on AdWords linking plus new link group. Now, if your analytics and AdWords account is synced, you will see this option. Check the AdWords account. In this case, we've already linked the accounts, which is why I'm not selecting it. But in your case, if you haven't linked it, you will just have to click on this account and save it.
Great. So as you can see, we've already have one AdWords account linked over here, which says linked AdWords account.
Now we go back and go to property settings. What we need to do now is enable advertiser features in analytics. So we scroll down and we just enable this. And we scroll down and click on save.
Great. So we've gone ahead and we've saved this. Now let's see how we can create a remarketing list within your analytics account. It's fairly simple and it's a great way of doing it. So first sign into your analytics account. Then make sure you're under the property section. Under the property section, click on remarketing. And then you will see an option called audiences. Once you do that, you will see a red button which says plus new audience. Click on that. Here you can select the right view. Right now, since this account has just one view, which is all website data, I'm selecting that. From here, you can select your AdWords account. In some instances, few people have more than one AdWords account linked, so it gives you an option to select the right one. I'm going to select this one. And then I will click on Next Setup. Now, this is where it can get really customized and interesting. You have an option to select the different kinds of users you want to add to this list. Now, let's say I click on all users. It would select me all the users who visited my website. I can slightly tweak this one by editing it. If I click on the pencil icon, now it will give me the different options where I can change the type of people who are in that list. Example, let's say my product is actually catering to only young audiences. So I can select the age group of that. So now let's say I have an age group of 18 to 35 years old. I can select that. There are also certain products which are catering to only one demographic like male or female, and you can also select those. You can select language, you can select all other kinds of categories. You also have the option to select the kind of operating systems you want to show. Example, let's say I've launched a new app which works only on iPhone. I can go ahead and select the operating system as iOS. So there you go, you have different options to select the kind of behavior of people. For now, I'm going to select ages till 44, male, female, as well as unknown, and click on apply. Here, you can go ahead and change the membership duration. So what this means is if, let's say, I put a membership duration of 40 days, a person will stay in that list for the next 40 days. Here, I will just name this as new list and click on save. And there you go. You've seen the option which says success. Now, the next thing, which is very important, is after you create the remarketing list, you will be given the next step to go ahead and create a remarketing campaign. So go ahead and click on click on create campaign, and you will be taken back to the AdWords account where you can create the remarketing campaign.
Thanks, Vesh. That's all we have for today, you guys. I'm really sorry for some of the technical difficulties we faced today, but feel free to email us or chat back in or call us, and we'll be more than happy to help you set this up. Thanks for joining us. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.